Well, hi guys, here we are for another chicken video actually, rather than a growing video. We have got things going. We've got some onions going, some other little bits and bobs, potatoes chitting, but I've showed videos of that all already, and there's millions of videos on YouTube on how to chit your potatoes, so I am not going to do it again. What I am going to do is run through a question I was asked actually. Sort of along the lines of basics for chicken keeping, really. There's a few things. I've got a piece of paper here, just to remind me of little points to make. So you've decided you're going to get some chickens. You've decided how many you're going to have. What you need to do is have a basic setup, really. So you're going to need a hen house, whether it's one of these pre-packed, pre-made. Some of them are really good, some of them are pretty pants. Hen houses or coops with a run, or whether you're going to free range, or whether you're going to have a coop for while you're not in the garden or away from the house or whatever. So you're going to have a good toolkit as well. So you're going to have a hammer, screwdriver, or a drill, adjustable spanners, pliers, wire cutters, a good saw, and a good supply of basic nails and screws. Now, no end of times when we was first starting out, do you have a board or a bit of wire come loose and you're scrabbling around looking for bits and bobs. If you've got it already in a kit, you know, where all your chicken stuff is, you can just go straight to it and it's there. So nest boxes, whether you've got them already built into your thing, into your coop, or whether you're going to make your own nest boxes or buy some of these really good rollaway nest boxes that there is on the market now. We chose to make one. It's got 3 nest boxes, and that does just about supply all the hens. We've got about 20 hens. We've downsized a few over the last few weeks. But yeah, you're gonna need plenty of nest boxes. Now they reckon sort of 8 hens ish to 1 nest box. So there's a good starting number for you. You know, and 8 hens to 1 partition of your nest box. So if you've got 3 sort of nest boxes, sort of thing, you get my drift. Perches, obviously, they come with the coop. Litter. Now you're gonna have to think about wood shavings or straw or something like that along those lines. Now you can buy, it is available on the market, it's called Easy Chick. I think it's along the lines of like a pine chipping. It's actually nuggets of actual wood chip instead of the shavings. But we find it's a little bit small for the chickens and they tend to eat it a little bit. Just more or less for roughage than anything else. But we go with it's a little bit more dearer than the horse bedding, which is Easy Bed. Now we use Easy Bed and we have done for the last year and a half, 2 years. And we use 2 bales every couple of months. We just poo pick, as they say. Every morning we just pick out the fresh nuggets, so to speak, and we just go from there, really. Drinker, food hoppers, watering can, large bucket. You know, you're going to need all of that sort of stuff for, for carrying water, feed, things like that. So, you know, it's good to have stuff like that on hand. Now, feed. You can buy feed a lot of places. There's a lot of companies that make it. I won't go into detail on that. You can search out the one you want to use. The one we use is Farmgate. Now, I'll say now that we don't have any affiliation with Farmgate, Lay's Pellets or anything like that. It's just a brand that we use. We've used cheaper stuff, more dearer stuff, and in the middle range stuff. And we've used stuff that we've managed to get hold of, shall I say, from not farmers markets, from auctions, stuff that people have put in. Small grit container. Now there's different sizes of grit that you can get. You can get the small oyster shell, you can get the medium oyster shell, and you can get actual grit, which is pieces of stone. We tend to go for the mixed oyster shell, and that seems to do really well with us at the moment. Good shovel. You're going to need a good shovel for cleaning out. A small one with a short handle. For you, if you've got a small coop. Obviously a bigger one if you've got a bigger coop. But also a small one for cleaning out your nest boxes. Where are we? A good spade. If you want to dig over your chicken pen, a good spade is sort of ideal. Go and dig up worms and such for the chickens. Good wheelbarrow for transporting the waste, or like I say, a separate bucket. If you label it one for water, one for food, and one for waste, that's what we do. We have 3 buckets. In the morning, we use the water. Well, we have 2 for water, 1 for feed, and a waste bucket. Basically, what we do is we clean the drinker out in the morning into the waste bucket. That goes into a large holding container that we put onto the garden during the summer. It's rich in poo and things like that, nutrients for feeding the plants and things. So we don't waste that. We then use the waste bucket to take out the nuggets out of the bed from under the perches, and that goes onto our compost heap. The feed bucket obviously is for feed, and the 2 buckets for the water is for fresh water for the drinkers. I just pan and brush for tidying up around little jobs, again for rounding your nest boxes and things like that, cleaning any dust out the roof or stuff like that. A torch, early mornings, late evenings, if you're going down just as it's getting dusk, as your birds are going away, to put your birds away, early mornings going to open up or something like that. Or if you've just got to go check your birds because you've heard a noise or something like that, a really good torch is, you know, a really good handy thing to have. A good pair of boots, something with a really good grip on the bottom. I just use a pair of, they call them dealer boots. They're about 40 quid-ish, or a good pair of welly boots. I don't do good with wellies, but I wear a pair of dealer boots, and they've served me well for 20 odd years at the moment, so I don't see any point in changing at the moment. So what have we got? That's about it. Yeah, that's it. So there we go, guys. That's just a sort of a basic rundown of a few things that you're going to need before you bring your chickens home. In later videos, I'll go through some of the breeds that are about, whether you want to get chicks or hens, and things like that. So yeah, there we go, guys. Cheers for now, and we'll catch you later.